Let's try this again. I had to start all over again, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday to you, you, and everybody everywhere all over the world. Good morning to everyone. Good morning. All right, guys. So I had to come in quickly because, Anastasia got to get ready to go play her numbers. I wanted to come in quickly with uh, a snip of a topic, and this snip of a topic is pertaining to Adrienne's slave variety slash Sherika slash Nikki. So I was watching a video with her this morning, and Louis, the gentleman Louis, and she even said that the damn restaurant was called Louis or something, but I think that's on the second date or something that they went on. However, so Louis wanted to go out and have coffee and donuts with Adrienne's slave variety. She said she doesn't drink coffee, and they proceed to go out and have coffee. Okay, that's that. Now the second situation, I think she may have went out with him for the second time. They proceed to go to this restaurant. Now I may be wrong, and it may be the video with the coffee and the donut situation, but I don't think it was that one. I think they went out to eat or something again. And so wherever they went to Louis, restaurant, and even though the man name was Louis, they went to go and eat, and as they proceed to go and approach the restaurant, the gentleman that seated them, he seated them at the exit, at the entrance of the door. Now, mind you, that Louis has a military dog, and he has the dog with him coming into the restaurant, which I think that dogs should not be allowed in restaurants because you have other people that's sitting around and eating and stuff, and the dog, you don't know how he may, respond to other people in the presence, being in the presence of other people. But he pretty well, was okay with Adrienne for whatever reason. The dog was okay with her. Now, I was watching a video with her, and she was wearing him out. She was cussing this man out. Smart thinking, Adrienne, that you had pre-recorded and you had documents in case anything would have happened to you. Now, you said that you met this gentleman just a few days ago. My question to you, Adrienne, is, and let me just say this first before I get right into the topic. You didn't know the man. You met him a few days ago. My question to you is, why do you play such a hard ball? You play a hard ball, my dear. You play a hard ball. I know that you can defend yourself and you can protect yourself, but baby, if you have something like a tool, you know what I mean, and you know what I mean, and I don't want to say that by him, and you jumped in the car with this man and only knowing him just for a few days, and you go out with him and you jump in his car, and he may have those electric locks in his car, and you get in this man's car with a damn pit bull, a military pit bull. Do you not know that pit bull does everything that his part, the owner of him would, require him to do? You know what I mean? It could have maliciously went wrong, Adrienne. Just saying, this is my opinion, and I'm going to stick to it. No disrespect to you, honey, but you play a hard ball. You have been on some dates that you probably didn't know these people that well. Just like when when you met Devin, you didn't know Devin that well, and you went out with him. I guess, you're just a person that takes risks and chances in life. Okay, that's your prerogative. But now let's get back to Louis. When y'all seen the picture of Louis, Louis looks insane. He looks delusional. He looks crazy. He looks like, just a person that you just cannot trust. You got in the car with this man. Now, when you said that, you guys wind up going to a restaurant and you got extremely upset because the gentleman with the locks and the dreads in his hair, which I assume that was a black guy, who seated you guys in the restaurant, seated you guys at the front entrance. You said that it was all of this space, but he seated you guys at the front entrance and you complained about it. Okay, by right, maybe you did have a reason, to complain about it. Again, that's your prerogative, But I don't think that dogs should be it should be recommended for dogs to be coming into a restaurant, although this dog is a military pit bull dog of Louis and came into the restaurant with Louis and you to be seated. So you guys are sitting there and you guys are getting ready to order and to eat, and the dog is there. That's really, really, really not a good thing. It's very nasty. It's very much so unsanitary, and you guys were sitting there and you start to complain because you guys was at the front exit of entrance of the door. You wanted to be middle, and I guess in the middle ways of the restaurant. The guy could have seated you guys in the middle, and you said it was all of this room, but this gentleman with the dreads placed you at the entrance of the door. You made a complaint. So however you said it to the guy, you must have, really got upset, and you were pretty well so loud. We all know you. We know that you're drama, and you were pretty much so loud. And Louis told you, stop yelling, or something to that effect, or be quiet, stop yelling. Oh yes, now I can totally agree with you with that part. First of all, you ain't going to come at me like that. First of all, you're not going to intimidate me like that. First of all, you're not going to embarrass me like that. First of all, you're not going to talk to me like I'm your damn child. No, that's not what you're going to do. So whatever you said or however you said it, the gentleman with the dreads in his hair came back and said, what did you say? And I guess the gentleman thought that you wasn't going to repeat what you said to him. You know what I mean? Because you was with this gentleman. And Louis kept telling you, stop being loud, stop talking, stop yelling, and I guess the gentleman with the dreads, the black guy, assume he's black, he has to be black, he has dreads. He said, what did you say? And I guess he thought that you, under no circumstance, was going to open your mouth and repeat what you said. And you did repeat what you said, because we know, they know, I know, we all know that Adrienne Slave Variety / Sherika / Nikki is a drama queen, and she speaks out. And so you repeated yourself to the gentleman. However that went, I think you guys proceed to leave. You and Louis and the military dog, you guys left out. All right, so anyway, I guess you must have wanted to come on home, and Louis just wasn't having it, and you were saying that you guys were very much so close to home, and you didn't understand why you wind up on the damn highway. Well, let me tell you how viciously, how maliciously that could have terribly went wrong. The man, when I seen the man picture, the man looks like he's crazy. The man looks like he's insane. He looks like he may probably, you don't know. He could be a pedophile. He can be, a molester. He can be one of those people that could take you somewhere and dismember you and never see you again. Smart thinking when you said you pre-recorded and you have documents in case anything may happen. Now, let's just say that this man would have took and did a 380-yard turn on you. And by you being on the highway, you don't know if he had electric locks in his car. Did he have electric locks in your car where he could click and lock that car and you can't get out because you said you wanted to get out, you wanted to go home, and you kept telling him to take you home, and he refused to take you home right away. You wind up on the highway. You were arguing with this man, calling this man all kinds of biatches in there. And that you see when, like I'm recording, I'm seeing me. When you're recording, you're seeing him and you're seeing yourself. You're seeing the dog, the military dog. Did you not see when he stuck his finger up at you and said, you're lying, you're acting like a 5-year-old, and, he was just like saying words behind you, cussing him out. And he's still driving, but not taking you to your destination to go home. How viciously that could have went wrong. This man, okay, that dog goes by, that man demands. He goes by Louis demands. Now, let's just say that that dog, would have attacked you if you and Louis would have started fighting in there. Because that dog would have attacked you. Okay? He would have attacked you because that man is that dog's boss. That man is that dog's owner. And that could have went wrong, Adrienne. That could have went wrong. You play a hardball, and I am not trying to, under no circumstance, trying to disrespect you. But I'm just saying you have been on a lot of dates that you said you just met a few days ago, a few weeks ago, a week ago, like Devin. You only knew Devin for a week. I'm just saying, you're a grown woman. You know, you make your own decisions in life. This is a topic channel, and I'm just speaking topics, and I'm just trying to give true facts that what could have maliciously, viciously went wrong. That man could have did a 380-yard turn. You never know what could have been in that man's mind. Okay? So, with that man being the owner of that dog, and if this, let's just say that that man wanted what he wanted from you and you didn't give him what he wanted. I know you would have tackled him because you're a big girl, and I'm sure that you would have tackled him, and I'm sure that you had your little tool in your bag, but he might have had a tool in his car, in his glove compartment, under his seat, behind his back, on the side of him. And let's just say his mind would have twisted and went the opposite way. And he wanted what he wanted because somehow, some way, when you wanted to go home because everything went wrong at the restaurant and you wanted to go home and you told him to take you home, you look around and you on the highway and then you say, I don't even know where I'm at. Hey, Adrienne, that could have went wrong, honey. That could have went wrong. That man's mind could have just spiraled completely out of control and said, she gonna give me what I want. She don't give me what I want. You know, this is what's gonna go down. I'm just giving you a pride example of what could have possibly happened. You take it upon yourself to meet these men. You take it upon yourself to, go out with these men and you know nothing about them. Nothing. Like you said, you don't know him. Like you said, you met him a few days ago, but yet you jump in the car with someone that you met a few days ago and that you don't know anything about. And then your topic was, this man is insane. Okay. All right, let's wind this back. You met him a few days ago. I think you said he was your neighbor. You know what I mean? But yet you say this man is a nice man. How can he be nice? How can he be nice when he was telling you, stop talking so loud, stop yelling, in the restaurant? And of course we all know that Adrienne / Sherika / Nikki is going to give it to him. And I'm sure you gave it to him because you was giving it to him in the car, honey. And you was calling the man all kinds of biages and everything. Smart thinking that you have documentation of if case something happens to you. All right, let's just take a prior example when you met Devin. When you met Devin, you only met Devin and you only knew him for a week. But yet and still you said this man was Michael Jackson, but you gave him some Shanique. You said this man was Michael Jackson, but you gave him some Shanique, and you only knew him a week, but you gave him that tratri, that kudina, that kupanchi. You gave him that kupanchi. Yeah, you did, because you got on here and you told us all what you did. Okay, you're a grown woman. You make your own decisions. You're an adult. You do your thing the way you do it. And like you said, you ain't got to give up anything. Keep your legs closed. But let me tell you this, sweetheart, you better be mindful, cautious, and careful how you affiliate yourself with these men that you meet and you don't know a damn thing about them, and you get in them cars with those men and you let those men in your place. Now, the only one that I think that I can really say and think I can believe to trust, I don't know him. I don't know none of them, Okay, let's just set a prior example when you and Remy was up there on that bridge and y'all wanted to walk up on that bridge and you guys went up and you went up and you up there and you and Remy up there and drinking and stuff. Now let's just take that as a prior example that was Louis. Okay? And he had you all the way up there on that bridge. And Louis wanted what Louis wanted, and Adrienne / Sherika / Nikki didn't give Louis what he wanted. Do you know how viciously, maliciously that could have went wrong? Yeah, you could have wound up over that bridge in that water or whatever. Now, with Remy, I like Remy. I trust Remy. Men are men and men want what they want. They're going to do everything possible to get what they want when they want that Shanique and that thing called Kudina, Trotra. When they want that, they're going to do any and everything they can do to get it. All right, so you cussed the man Louis out in the car. You called the man all kinds of bees. But did you see? Now, just like I'm looking in this camera and I'm looking at me, And when you look in your camera, you're looking at you and you're looking at him. And you're looking at the military dog. Did you see when he stuck his finger up at you, his middle finger up at you, as if to say, F you, you lying. You're acting like a 5-year-old, this, that, and the other, but you was wearing him out in the car now. You was cussing him out. But you had documentation of what could have occurred, just in case if something happened to you. Now, just like you said, you wanted to go home. At this point, you wanted to go home. The man wound up on the damn highway and you said, quote unquote, I don't even know where I'm at. Baby, let me tell you what my pastor told us one year. He said to us, he said, let me tell you something. A man don't think with this, he thinks with this. His ping ping, that thing they call pang-a-lang, he think with that. And at any given moment, his mind could have did a 380-yard turn on you, because at that point, he probably might not have been thinking with this. He might have been thinking with that pang-a-lang. Now, let's just say that this man, mind twisted, and said, you know what, we're on the highway, and you, quote unquote, let me say it again, said that you didn't even know where you were at. And he demanded you to give him what he wanted, and you didn't give him what he wanted. Although I know you had your snish in your bag, and that man might have had his snish in his glove department, on the seat, on the side of him, and under his shirt, and in his hip pocket, or whatever. He would not let you out that car. You wanted to go home. So, however it went, you guys really, really, really got into it until you said, I think you said he called the cops. And you had to explain to the cops what had happened and what went down. So I'm glad that you got home safely. You got an Uber and everything like that. Okay? But Adrienne, you got to be mindful, cautious, and careful, my dear. You can't meet these men 1 or 2 days later. And again, you are grown, you're an adult, you make your own decisions in your life. But you take a big risk in things that you do. And then you come on the camera and you talk about it. That's a big risk. When I looked at that man looked at very much so delusional. He looked at like he was an insane. He looked like he may have been a predator. You don't know what his intentions may have been. Now, did that man have electric locks in his car that you said that he wouldn't let you out that car? Okay. Okay. Your master. He is that dog's master. And at any given time, he could have did a 380-yard twist on you and demanded what he wanted. I know that you would have gave him a run for his money. I know you would have fought that man for your life. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm not trying to say that the man is all the above, but you never know. He could possibly be all the above, and then maybe he's not. Maybe he just wanted to spend that quality time with you because he was trying to make a decision or trying to figure out something to get his way with you. Okay. Although you said that wasn't going down. Did you think in the spare of the moment how your life could have flashed in front of you? Just saying. Don't know the man. Don't know if the man is really like that. But from what you're telling us, I would have been petrified out of my mind. They say when a person is scared, a scared person will hurt you. You were screaming and you were hollering and you was calling the man all kinds of biages. And I hate that word. That is a horrible word. I hate that word. And when I seen that man stick his finger up, his middle finger up, as if he was saying, F you, you're lying. Did you think at that moment what could have viciously went wrong? That could have been a 380-yard turn, just saying. And the man may not be none of what I'm saying. I'm just setting a pride example. So I'm going to give you a pride example for me, what happened to me 2 years ago in the laundromat directly next door to my home. One morning, I decided I wanted to go over to the laundromat because the laundromat is really basically for the residents here where I reside. But each and everybody comes from all over and they come in our laundromat and they wash their clothes and they take up all the damn machines and everything. So I said one morning, I can't remember, was it a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, but it was one early morning in the wintertime and it was snowing. And I went in that laundromat. And I said, yay, I got the laundromat to myself this morning. All the machines are empty. In there by myself, directly next door to my house. Walk out my door right into the laundromat. Never knowing, never thought in a million years that something like this could have viciously, maliciously went wrong. I could, you know what? If I didn't scream, I don't know. I might have not been here today. Okay, so I'm in there. I'm putting my clothes in the wash machine. You know, I'm putting the soap and stuff in there, and I got my clothes in there. They're washing everything, and I came back in the house. I sat down. I watched the news, and I drank my coffee. 8 o'clock in the morning, snowy morning. Not a lot of snow, but the snow was starting to stick. But I was in the laundromat all by myself. I had it all to myself. So when I went back to take the clothes out the washer to place them in the dryer to dry, I came back in the house. I watched the news. I continued drinking my coffee until my clothes dried. I went back in the laundromat to remove my clothes from the dryer, to fold my clothes up, to put them down in the push cart. Never thought twice that something like this could have viciously, maliciously went wrong. I may have not been here today if I didn't react the way I reacted. So I'm standing up there and I'm folding my clothes. I see this gentleman walk past the laundromat. One way in the laundromat and one damn way out. I didn't pay it mind. I'm folding my clothes up, putting my clothes down into my push cart. So I see the gentleman walk back, but then he opens the door. Now I'm at this point, I'm like, oh, snap. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't have my phone on me. My phone is in the house on the table. Why is this man coming in here? He said, good morning. So now I'm at this point, I'm like, I'm nervous, I'm scared, because I'm thinking, oh shit, this man coming in here, he might think I got money on me or something and probably try to rob me. Never thought that I would see something like this occur. Early morning, 8 o'clock in October, in the wintertime, that something like this could have viciously, maliciously went wrong. Okay? So now at this point, he steps into the laundromat and he says, good morning. And I'm like, oh my God. My mind is going now. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm in here with this man by myself. Oh Lord, this man might be coming in here trying to rob me or trying to harm me physically, you know what I'm saying? And so now I'm grabbing my clothes and I'm grabbing them out the machine and I'm throwing them down in the push cart so I can get out of there. So as I'm pushing the clothes down in the machine, in my cart, he walks to the back and said, woo, it's cold. I just stepped in here to get my hands warm. It's so cold. I'm trying to get the hell out of there. Okay, grabbing my clothes and pushing them in the car. So as I'm pushing them in the cart and he walks back past, he bumps me. And I stood up. By the time I stood up pushing my clothes in the cart, the man was masturbating himself in the laundromat. All over the place. It went all over the place. And I screamed so freaking loud. I screamed so damn loud. I screamed. I said, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get the fuck out of here. Why'd you in? What you doing? So. And I think I shook the man up, more so than I was shook up. I was no more good. I was done. He ran out. He pushed the screen door open so hard he almost broke the door off the hinge, and I just started screaming and hollering. And when he ran out, I was petrified to death to come out the door. I was petrified. One way in, one way out. Do you know how viciously that could have went wrong? That man could have came in there and tried to force himself on me, and I wasn't going to go down without a fight, because he wasn't going to take Anastasia GHIRADELLI'S world, Kudina. He was not going to take my Kupanchi, okay? He would have had to kill me, honey. So if he was going to get it, he was going to get some dead-ass corpse. Because I was going to give him a run for his money, honey. I had my keys on me with 1,000 damn keys on it. Honey, I would have beat his face in. I would have fought. Because he was not going to take me under no circumstance. He would have had to kill me first before I allow him to take my body from me. So when I peeped out the door, I was so petrified. I was a nervous freaking wreck. I peeped out the door. I didn't have my phone with me. My phone was in the house. My son was over here. He was upstairs. And So by the time I ran back in the house, I was so distorted. I told my son what happened and this, that, and the other, and I was just shook the hell all up. I was so shook up, so shook up. So when I peeped out the door and I screamed so loud, I peeped out the laundromat door to see and make sure I didn't see him, because me screaming, I don't know if he would have came back and tried to harm me, because I seen this man's actual face. And I ran in my house. I looked and everything so he wouldn't see which house I was going into. Okay? And I ran in the house and I told my son what happened. And he said, Mom, why, you want to call the cops? And then I called the office and I told the manager what had occurred and this, that, and the other. So they try to see him on the camera. They seen him, but they seen a side view of him running. But they said, Miss Martha, I never knew that there was you in that laundromat. Now, I'm just setting a pride example, Adrienne Slave Variety / Sherika / Nikki. What could have viciously, maliciously went wrong just that freaking fast? How I could have lost my life in there. Because this man probably, he could have put demands on me to get what he was wanted to get. And guess what I said? I wasn't going down without a goddamn fight. You would have had to kill me in there. If you was going to get me, you was going to get some dead ass corpse, honey. Because you wasn't going to get me alive. This man literally, when I jumped up, the man had his private area out and he had done masturbated all over the laundromat, went everywhere. And I screamed, so I was a nervous wreck. I say this to say to you, Adrienne, you better take heed to these things, these men that you're meeting, and these men that you're jumping into their cars, these men that you're going over their houses. You like you went over Greg's house. Now, I'm not saying Greg is a bad person, but in this life and in this time, we don't know what we are getting ourselves into when we meet these men out here. So when you got in that car with that man that you said you met a few days ago, what were you thinking? What was you thinking to get in this man's car? You wasn't thinking at all. Could have went viciously wrong. This man could have did a 380-yard turn, and he could have tried to approach you in a way that you didn't give him what he wanted. The dog seemed like he was okay with you. But remember, mindful, cautious, and careful, he is the master of that dog. And if he tell that dog to attack, that dog would have towed you up in that car. Just saying. Just saying. Sometimes you got to think before you make a move. But you was not thinking. You didn't know this man, but you got in his car. But yet and still you say, oh, he's going to probably text me. Baby, I would have been through. I would have been totally through. That you put me on the highway and then I don't know where the hell I'm at, and you wouldn't let me out this car? I would be through, honey. I wouldn't wait for no mother flipping text. I would be through with him. So I just say this, ladies and gents. You got to be careful how you jump into situations that you don't even know may viciously go wrong. Listen, I could have lost my life. You could have lost your life, Adrienne, because you don't know. Just setting a pride example how things could have 380-yard turn, twisted, and went wrong. You wasn't thinking, my dear. Stop getting into these people cars. Stop going into these people's homes that you don't know anything about. You said you didn't know him. Just like Devin. You didn't know Devin. You only knew him for 1 week. 1 week. Just stating it, my opinion. But you slept with him. You don't know. Listen. You don't know. The same thing goes for him. You don't know if he could have harmed you, put you in harm's way, got what he wanted. You would have went to sleep and he could have hurt you. But Devin just didn't seem like that type of a person. We are human. We're adults. When we want what we want, if we want some ping, we gonna get it. But damn, you only knew the brother for 1 week and you gave that 3 up to him. So I say to you, Adrienne, coming from Anastasia GHIRADELLI'S world, letting you know, giving you a pride example, what could have happened to me over in my laundromat, right next door to my home. Anyone could have came in there. This man could have pulled a gun out on me, a knife out on me, and he could have tried to molest me in there. But it wasn't going to go down like that without a mother flipping fight. As I stated, if he was going to get it, he was going to get some dead trate, kupanchi, kudina, because he sure wasn't going to get it live. Because I would have gave him a run for his money. I would have fought him in there, honey, for my life. So stop jumping into situations that you know nothing about these men, putting yourself in harm's way. Just saying. Because that could have went wrong. So, Yum Yums, if you agree with Anastasia is saying, please leave it in the bottom of the comment and give me your opinion. Because I'm sure that the statement that I am making is a true fact. You have to be mindful, cautious, and careful. You cannot trust anybody under no circumstance in this world because people are vicious. People are mean. People are vindictive. Okay? You cannot trust people in this life. And you play hardball. And you take chances and risks with these men that you meet and that you know absolutely nothing about. Think before you lash out. Think before you get in these men's car. Think before you go to these men's house. Think before you invite these men to your house. Just saying. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. So on that note, Yum Yums, you Yum Yums, you wonderful Yum Yums, please have an amazing, blessed, prosperous day. I think I'm going to have to go get my umbrella because it looks like it's getting ready to drizzle. And have a blessed, positive day. Keep the peace, stay out of trouble, and let no hurt, harm, and danger come against you. Please, guys, you have to be safe out here because, baby, it's real out here. All right? I love you so much, and I'll holler at you later. Deuces. So if you agree with this video, you like this video, you like this topic, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Thumbs me up, reach over there, hit the notification bell so that you could be notified of all of Anastasia GHIRADELLI'S World's videos. God bless you and stay safe. I got to go. Deuces. Bye-bye.